Hey guys, it's Zara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I annotate my books. So I make sure I have my tabs. I get these from Walmart. It's just the post-it ones. I'm sure I can get it from like dollar store, which would be so much cheaper. And then I also have these clear sticky notes. So when you put them on in books, it kind of looks like you've actually written in the book itself, but it's on a sticky note. And I also just have like a generic blue ballpoint pen. I just found in my house lying around. And I also have different colored highlighters. Now, usually I'll just pick one color, like I'll pick yellow and I'll highlight whatever I want to, but sometimes I'll have like specific colors for specific things that are happening in the books. So I'm very new to actually annotating my books because I didn't used to before. Just a couple months ago, I actually started tabbing them and I didn't realize how much fun it would be. So how I actually tab my books is I'll just pick a random color and I'll stick with it throughout the entire book. I just like it better when it's one color. I just think it looks a little better than having it just a bunch of different colors. So for this one, I just picked red and I just went with every page that I wanted to tab. I just used the red color. Another example for this book, I chose orange and I just tabbed whatever I wanted with the orange tabs. Now this is where it kind of gets messy because I don't really have a specific way I annotate yet, but if I'm just tabbing the book, then what I'll do is I'll tab places that I kind of want to remember something that happened, or some like a scene that I really liked, a character introduction, a line that I really liked. I'll just tab it, and I'll also make sure that the tabs are right at the edge of the page. I just think it looks so much nicer when it's like that. And then with the clear sticky notes, I'll write my notes on the books. So for example, in this one, if you haven't read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, do not pause and read it. These are spoilers. But I'll just write, like I'll underline and I'll just write a little comment here. And that way I'm not actually writing in the book. And then I'll also just make sure I tab it because I want to know where I went back and wrote comments in the book. And for some of my very, very absolute favorite books, or ones that are kind of really beat up because I've had them for a really long time and I've read them multiple times, I'll actually go in and highlight and write in the book. So for example, this one, I have New Moon, and I actually went in and made a little, like a key, so each color means something. So for red, I did any Edward and Bella moments. Obviously, for purple, I did any like plot line or storyline, because there's a lot of backstories and stuff as well that could be related to the actual plot of the story. So I did that. And then yellow is everything that's character related. So any like character descriptions or any like big character decisions that were made, I'll highlight that in yellow. This was actually the very first book that I started highlighting in, so I didn't actually tab where I highlighted. But the other books that I started highlighting in, I did tab it because I do want to like know where I actually highlighted. Okay, and then this is another example of another book I did. It's all red and tabbed. So here I actually underlined, highlighted, and tabbed. And I didn't have specific colors for specific things. I kind of just chose yellow and ran with it. So an example here would be, I underlined this line that I really liked. So I did underline for things that I found important but not important enough to highlight. And then I made sure that I also tabbed it because I wanted to know where I had highlighted and underlined things. Now on this page, I underlined this line here because it's something I wanted to remember or something that I really liked. And then I also had pages where I just tabbed because it was maybe like the passage that I really liked or the paragraph, even the entire page, but I didn't want to highlight and write it or even just make an entire line, so I would just tab it. So that is how I annotate and tab my books. I still haven't really figured out the best way that I should be annotating my books for myself, but I think what I like the best is sticking to one color tab because I think it looks nice. Also probably just one highlighter. I don't want to put that much effort into thinking about what color I'm using to highlight. I just want to enjoy my book and I just want to read, and I'll highlight if I like it and underline if I want to remember it, but don't think it's important enough to highlight. And I want to make sure I'm always tabbing my book because I do really like that. I want to be able to go to a tabbed page and know, okay, like I highlighted this, I want to know where I am annotating in my books. How I annotate my book. Thanks so much for watching. I've also linked my Goodreads and TikTok below if you wanted to go check those out.